All right, guys. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. We're just getting started. Um, Wait for a few people to get in here. And good morning. Yeah, we're gonna do a stream now, continuing the playtesting. One thing I did do is I added in the it's kind of weird because I put to go live in OBS, but it didn't really take. So hopefully you guys can see this now. And I know it's early in the morning, but I have about an hour to do some streaming, and I want to do some play testing here. So we'll do it together now. So basically, what we're trying to do this time, what's going on, Jesse? All right, so you guys can see us good. So let's go back to the game and let's run with um, a random set of teams. I do want to see how Jacksonville does, so let's check them out. One thing I did as a quick kind of test was I I bumped up the receiver, not the receiver, the line, the O lineman speed. So the linemen are now going to get 1.5 of what they had, right? So they got 150% of their speed. So if they were at a 40, now they're going to be a 60 speed. And I'm not hearing the game, so let's put the game audio on. So it should be, there we go. So we're still testing the actual changes that are coming. And the couple things I did change from the last game we were playing last night was I moved down the line of scrimmage where the field goal, where the punting is going to try to do the coffin corner kick. So when they're going to kick it out of bounds. So last night it was at 40. Last night it was at like 40, I think, but now it's going to only do it when the punter is, I think, above the 30. So if they're above the 30 where they're kicking it, like below this here, so basically if they're like at the 30 right here, this area, if they're actually kicking it from here and up, then they'll get the chance to do a kick out of bounds. But other than that, they're going to try to kick it straight. Which, to be honest, like, I don't know if that should be the way it works. It might be that it works where they always try to kick it out of bounds if they're good enough and if they hit the range that they need to hit. I don't know. We'll see. I'm also thinking about changing the rattle color, the pop-up, to like that same color, that yellow and purple you get when you throw a bad pass. I might do that also. So what we're trying to see here is, I want to see the linemen. I want to see if them running faster actually makes a difference for the running game. Madden. I'll be playing Madden here and there. They need to fix the interceptions, though. That's a big one. There's some glitches in the game. There's some weird things that happen in the game, and the offensive line, like the actual like blocking, is suspect. So that game needs some work, but it's all right. I mean, right now I'm back to working on Legend Bowl, and that's the thing. I can't really work on Legend Bowl, so I'm gonna have to fill my time with something. So I might be playing some Madden here and there, or some other games, but. Let's keep an eye on the running here. I want to see if the offensive lineman running faster is going to help the running game. I know what that noise is we heard last time where the helmet was like repeating itself and you heard it back to back a million times during the last video. I know why that's like where that's happening, but I really don't know how to prevent it just yet because I know it's super rare that it happens, but it's basically he should do a coffin corner kick. See, he's trying to do it here, and he does. I mean, that's a hell of a kick. I mean, that's a hell of a kick right there. Now let's see for fun. I want to see what his what his skill is. So he's a 90. That was pretty good. He's a 90 and he's got a strength of 90, so that was good. Okay. What's up, Autistic Gamer? Thanks for coming to our stream here. And I think really where the offensive line speed changes here are going to help is right here on these outside plays. But even then, they didn't block the best there. Maybe it's because they're not that great. Let me just see real quick. No, they're in the 90s, 80s, 90s. They're not bad. I think I'm going to change the football. Let's use the default. MLB The Show is great. It's a great game. I love MLB The Show. I just don't really. It's hard for me to get into it because I'm not a huge fan of baseball. I watched it a lot growing up with my dad. We would go to the spring training camp, or spring training games for the Yankees in Fort Lauderdale. Now that was a bobble. And who was that guy? Oh, I don't have replays turned on. Sorry, I know I'm coming in here a lot. Yeah, he's probably not very good because their skill is in the 70s for the most part. I think people say it performs well enough on Steam Deck, but it's as soon as I can get my hands on a Steam Deck, I'm going to really try to get the game working. And the reason why I'm not doing it right now, because you can kind of hack your way through it without having a Steam Deck console in your hand, but I want to get the game working optimized on console first, and once we do that, then it should work. It will be a smoother transition over to the Steam Deck. So I'm waiting for the console stuff. Plus, I don't have the hardware. Yeah, I'm curious to see what the O-line does, the speed change, but I'm not seeing anything significant right there. That was cool. That was a little bit better. They're almost too fast a little bit, but okay, that guy just threw into triple coverage. They better not catch that. So that's an example of the new change we had. So he was rattled there, so he dropped it. He has too many guys around him, too many defenders. This should be an attempt, but he shanked it. Yeah, I'm just reading the Discord. So yeah, I'd like to hear your guys. Like, tell me your thoughts on the lineman speed. Do you guys think we should update that to the base rosters and get the base rosters to have lineman speed faster? Because I think they're like in the 30s and 40s right now. If I remember correctly. Let me look. Yeah, they're roughly in, yeah, they're in the 30s and 40s, it looks like. No, there's some 50s, 60, but it goes anywhere from the 30s to to like 60 from what I can see. Oh wow, some guys are like 28. That's really low. So we need to I think we need to improve their speed because that seems pretty low. They're like 20 and 30. Yeah, what do you guys think in the chat? Because if we need to update that, then I'm going to have to redo the rosters. Because the defensive tackles look like they're a little faster. They're like they're a little bit faster than the O linemen. Maybe like, it just depends. They're in the same range as well, though. I think the reason why I put them there, because it just looks, to me, it looks more realistic. You don't see linemen running anywhere near as fast as the backs and receivers. And to be honest, a lot of this stuff only really matters on screen plays and outside runs. So it's not like it's the end of the world. Yeah, running is tough in this game. It all depends on your offensive line and who you're playing against. Matchups are a big thing in this game. So you got to keep an eye on that. Make sure your matchups are being observed or whatever. Yeah, go watch Club's video. I guess Club did a video on that, so check that out. Maybe that'll help. So yeah, I'm gonna need to figure out the offensive line. But we'll see what the beta team thinks. And if you guys have anything you want to ask here or chime in on. Yeah, one of the things we're also watching are the drops. We want to see if there's still too many drops in the game. I mean, he caught that one in traffic, and that would probably typically be dropped because that's a tough catch. But again, I don't have replay on, so the fact that I don't have it on means that I can't really see how quick they're moving. I may do a quick practice mode to see the running, the speed of the linemen. I may play around with that offline as well, just to do some outside runs and some screen passes, but let's just try to pay attention to it in the game. I'm looking at the comments. I'm missing some things. Yeah, the offensive linemen, you can tell they're moving around quicker. Almost too, like, it's almost like they're overshooting. They might be overshooting because the way I did it, I kind of hacked it. I did like a... I probably should do it differently because the way that I did it is I moved up their max speed, but I didn't change their skill, like their attribute for speed. I'm not sure right now if the blocking, like when they're trying to intercept the block to block someone, I'm not sure if that's using the skill rating or the speed rating, or is it using the max speed rating? I'm not sure. It's probably using their current speed, which is fine. That should be fine, actually. It's using their current speed, not their rating. Yeah, I really wasn't... Like, to me, I felt like the way the linemen were working before is you need to follow them. And as a running back, especially a fast one, you need to slow down. You need to let the plays develop. You need to kind of just jostle around a little bit and allow the offensive linemen to do their thing. That's what you want to do. So you don't want to make them fast, super fast, right? And you also have to take a penalty if you want to wait for your linemen to get into their blocks. It's a minor thing, you know. That's not really used a large part of the game. It's just done for those few plays. So, see, that time he was rattled. I am going to change that, though. Remind me, guys. I want to change it to the yellow and the purple, not the red, because the red is... There's already too much red. I increased their speed by 1.5 times. So if they were a 30, they'll be a 45 now. So I didn't go crazy. I didn't touch their agility. That was a bullet. But it's kind of cool because watching my game, I've been playing Madden, and you guys saw I had some streams out there, probably you saw that. But this gameplay is pretty solid. Like, I'm watching it, and I don't normally spend a lot of time watching my game or playing my game. Really watching it, I hardly ever do. It's more playing it when I play it. But this is AI versus AI, and it's solid. Like, I'm impressed with the AI, and this new patch is going to make it a whole ton better. It's going to get rid of a lot of the dumb things that the AI would do, especially when it comes to time, like clock management, when it comes to picking the right defensive personnel to come out to match up. So I like it. I like what we're doing here. Plus, there's a number of fixes that happen. One thing we want to watch out for, I just remembered, were the punt return, the touchback. So if the punter catches the ball in the end zone, I'm sorry, the punt returner, if they catch the ball in the end zone, we want to watch to make sure that punter or punt returner is, when they do a touchback, whether it means they run out of the end zone or they just call it in the air, like they kneel basically in the end zone. That's a bug that I think I hopefully fixed. So let's keep an eye on that. If you guys see that, let me know. I may miss it, but so he's going for it here. I also fixed this, so they're not going to go for it from as far. See, that time he went for it, and I don't think he hit a full kick there. That was a nice little run right there. Well, they're open to me fixing things that are issues, as long as it's not too much work. And I think that I can get this into their code within an hour. So it's not a lot of work. But I need to not do this, because whenever I've been doing it for a long time, and that's been slowing them down. So I've stopped for a little while now, and I needed to add this in because these are things that really should have been fixed. So this is more of a necessity than something changed, and I have time now. So that's a touchdown. So Jacksonville's going to score here. I'm actually, to be honest, like, the more you play this game, I know people want to buy the game and immediately jump into some modded roster, some NFL or NCAA or USFL roster, and or college, you know, and I get that, and it's like, see, there's that thing again. It's happening right now. So I need to figure out how to get rid of that, because that's really annoying. It's almost like he's stuck. I know what's happening. He's stuck in a transition where he's like going into a block, or like I call it the wrestling move, when they collide with the offensive line. So if a defender's colliding with the offensive lineman and their helmets, every time somebody collides, you hear that helmet sound. But for some reason, they're in like this weird. Look at the blocking here, though. See how fast they are? You can see how fast the offensive linemen are. That issue with the blocking sound is because they're just, for some reason, they get stuck in this back and forth. Like, it's almost like they're just getting into that animation too many times. So I need to figure out how to fix that. I'd like to get rid of that, because now I've seen it on each game, the last 2 games. Yeah, bunker. Matchups are a big thing. So look at your team. If your team, or you know what, the best thing to do is try different teams. Go into exhibition mode and try different teams, and just take note of how fast or how strong or how slow or how skilled or how agile players are on that team. And then watch the gameplay, look at the gameplay. And this screen needs to come up a little bit. I don't know why it's so low. Let's take a look at the halftime stats. So if someone can remind me, I want to move this screen up. I don't know why it's anchored so low here. First down. We're getting better first downs from what I'm seeing. Passing yards look pretty good. Rushing yards, it's hit or miss. These are short games. Passing plays, rushing plays. So we're talking about the Metros and Jacksonville. So if we look at I'm going to look at their team ratios real quick. So who is this? So this is New York, the Metros. The Metros are the bottom one. So the Metros are using, where are their run ratios at? Here we go. So the Metros are at 35% rushing. So that's really low. And Jacksonville is at 38%. So 35 and 38. That's about right. That's actually about right. Let me just do a quick calculation. So 9 divided by 22, 40%. So the Metros are 5% higher, actually. And then Jacksonville is 6 divided by 21, they're 28%. So they're lower. Normally they should be at 38%, so they're a little lower. But it's around where they need to be. So let's take a look at the player stats. And let's just see real quick how this guy's really good. And right now he's throwing poorly. 1 interception, 10 for 21. That's not good for him. And the other guy, same thing. So passing is really, really not working well right now. I don't know why. There's not a lot of drops from this team, though. There's a few here. But you got to remember, I think drops are also included with when swats happen. I might need to check that. Because if the ball hits their hand at some point, and it might even be when the ball gets tipped that might happen. So just something to keep an eye on. Good morning, Joey. Yeah, I'm always back at it. I'm trying to get this tested like that. Does that count as a drop? I don't know. I need to look at what counts as a drop. What do you guys think should count as a drop? What I can probably do is just look up Legend Bowl on the right side here and take a look at what we have for that, because that's important. Like, I want to see what I'm doing with drops. So let's take a look at this. So match, drop, pass. So really it only happens when they drop the pass on their own, I think, because let's see. It does happen if the ball gets tipped. So that may not... I may need to fix that, because if the ball gets deflected, that's dropping their... That is dropping their... the percentage chance of them catching it. But I wonder if that's considered to be a drop. So I'm going to need to fix that, guys. I'm going to ask you guys now in the chat. I'm asking you, and I'm also asking in the Discord, because right now it's happening. It's calculating a drop after it's been deflected. It calculates it, obviously, if you're rattled or not, because that doesn't really matter. And then it also will do it if you get tackled and you drop the ball after catching it. So that should be fine. So I think the only thing I see there that might be an issue is that the ball's deflected. So we'll keep an eye on that. Actually, I need feedback on that. And I'm going to look it up, because I would think that if it's already been deflected, that's not considered to be a drop. Bunker, it's not the graphics. The game doesn't really, like, every time the ball gets deflected, it's a lower and lower chance of it being caught. So you typically won't see the ball get caught. And not to mention the fact that I am seeing the ball after the ball gets tipped, I am seeing receivers catch the ball more often for some reason in this patch. I think it's because the drop rating has gone down. But we were seeing a lot of that early on, and it just got really frustrating because you play good defense, you tip the ball, and they still catch it. So that's something that it's not the graphics, it's the way it's coded. And by the way, pixel graphics are the best. I love them. Like I can appreciate Madden's graphics for what they are, and I think it's really cool that they're realistic like that. But at the same time, there's nothing, in my opinion, that is like, I don't know, like these graphics to me are just special. They're just different. And this game has such, like, there's so many layers, and the way you can color all the uniforms and the way the helmets pop off and their faces, like you see the guy up there. I mean, it's just awesome. I love it. And I'm not just saying that. I actually, like, I can appreciate both for what they are. See, look at the offensive lineman. Oh, he got out of there on his own. They're overshooting a little bit, it looks like. So I don't know. I don't know why. But I'm not sure if I should bump them up or not. I'm not sure. I need to also look at that. I'm going to take a look at that while I'm here. So the AI for the offensive lineman, I want to see how they're intercepting. No, they're doing it based off of move speed, so it's got nothing to do with what I changed. Oh. So that was one of those deflection and catches. See, I'm seeing a lot more of those. Or I'm seeing an increase in them. I'm not going to say a lot. An increase. But yeah, the offensive linemen, that should not be breaking, like the way that they are tracking down their assignments to block. That's not really breaking. That's not anything that's broken right now. So that's just what it is. I love the pixel art too, and I mean, I hope this game runs great on the Switch. I can't wait to see it on the Switch. I'll probably play it on the Switch. Although I don't really play on the go a lot, but I'll play it in bed, or I'll play it if I'm just hanging out with the family. I'll probably do that. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not a huge mobile type of gamer. Nice swat. Oh, nice catch by Bates. He's a rookie too, but he's a bronze. Nice. Oh, I like seeing sacks. And you know, another thing people might not understand. I mean, a lot of this thing is people don't even know about this game. Like, I'm nobody. I'm not this huge YouTuber. I don't know what those defenders were doing out there. They were just playing around. But the gameplay in this game is pretty solid, and it's because I spent a lot of time on it. Like, I spent years and years in this game. I mean, this wasn't done in 6 months or a year or two. This was done a lot. It took a lot longer for me because I really tried to work on the gameplay And I invested a lot into this game without getting a return, right? So I took a gamble. I'm taking a gamble, and I'm hoping that it pays off. So we'll see. But it shows. Like you can see the gameplay has improved dramatically since the first early access build was released. And also it's just little by little it gets better, and this update we're getting now, guys, is a huge game changer. Like it really is. I haven't even played the game yet against the computer, and I'm wondering how that's going to feel, because up to now it felt a little bit off because they wouldn't always pick the best defenses, but now you're really going to have to earn your stripes, I think. I love the ball tipping in this game. I love the way the ball physics are affected. Have we seen a punt return, like a touchback punt return yet? I don't think we've seen that yet. All right, that's 3/4 in. And let's see what happens. I'm surprised the Metros are beating up on Jacksonville. That's interesting. I can tell, though, without looking at the stats, I can tell that the pass completions are better. I know they didn't look the best the first half, but I'm not seeing a lot of drops. And when they do drop it, it seems more logical, right? So let's see if they go for a field goal here. They should go for a field goal. They're well within the range. Yeah. Oh, Metros are the best team in the game? See, I don't even know. I thought Jacksonville was up there. You know why? Because we've made different updates to the rosters over time, and I'm probably thinking of the old Metros. My training in Madden. Yeah, no, Madden. You know, it's hard. That was awesome. That was awesome right there. Now that was a great run. That was a great run. I wish I could see that again. I don't have replays turned on, but that was smooth. And that's all AI. AI versus AI. I mean, when I see stuff like that, that puts a grin on my face, because that means that, you know, and those offensive linemen are, I honestly don't like, I don't want to bump the speed up. I really don't. I don't think I do. I just don't. I think that they're too fast. They're moving around too quickly. I'd like to see them move at their rates. Yeah, that guy did a truck and a spin on that run. Yeah, I know. Jacksonville is hot on the passing game. They got some good... What's he doing? See, he's stuck there. I don't like that animation. I don't like the way he vibrates against the guy like that. I don't really care for that, but... Now let's see if he can kick this in the end zone and this guy gets a touchback. I don't think he kicked it far enough. Oh, he did. Oh, I thought he was going to catch it. That would have been a good test to see if they actually do the right touchback. But that, when it bounces, it'll work. It's when the guy catches the ball and So I don't know why he turned back to the right there. Yeah, I don't want to change the speed, guys. I think the game has been working fine. I think that running is one of those things that, you know, it's just, it is what it is. I mean, maybe in the future, maybe in the next game, we do some updates to it or whatever, but I think it's fine. I've seen some really good runs before I even see. That's the color I want. That color is what I want. I may even want to change the sound too. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to change the sound. Do you guys think I should actually put that same squiggly, like, weird symbol text with the yellow and the purple? The same thing we just saw there with the quarterback when they throw a bad throw. Should I put that instead of rattled? When the guy is getting under pressure. The only problem with doing that is you're not really giving the user feedback as to why that's happening. Like what that means, you know? But I know we have bobble, right? We have bobble that happens when they bobble the ball. And then we have rattled. But I'm wondering if we should do those symbols. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Jacksonville's trying to make a comeback. No, we didn't do the rosters based on the NFL as far as the ratings. Arnaldo Edwards. So just change the sound effect view. You don't think we want to do the same text? Exactly. And that's not even funny. That's the truth, Joey. That's the truth. Buffalo would be Buffalo is rated high in Madden. I think Josh Allen's the number 2 QB on that game, if I remember correctly. I'm telling you guys, like, I think once you put the NFL into a game like that, it kind of takes out some of the, like, then you start comparing it to the NFL. You start comparing the players to the NFL. You start to, it starts to, I guess, it could get a little bit, you start to, like, analyze it too much, I think, and you're like, oh, well, Josh Allen's better than that in real life, or why did Diggs, you know, not catch that, or why is Garoppolo throwing all these great passes when he's not the best, or whatever it might be. You don't, and then you start comparing, like, everything about the NFL. I mean, trust me, I love the NFL. I love the NFL. But there's something to be said about not having it. And I'm not just saying that. I think if you have the right logos and the right team names and all that stuff, they're just going to run the clock out here. So, and I don't know what just happened to the crowd. The crowd just the crowd just went quiet. That's interesting. The crowd, like, just, they all left. They, like, instantly left. There they are again. I haven't heard that before. Another good run. Oh, fumble. Ooh, they got lucky. Yeah, the crowd goes silent here. I'm curious why that is.
Keep that clock running. Keep that clock running. Let's go.
Hmm. Boo. So the Metros had a nice running day. Jacksonville, not so much. Player of the game. 2 drops. I think the drops are the problem, guys. I think that crowd leaving the stadium. I think that that's what's happening, right? Man, they threw a lot. 23 for 44. 2 interceptions. 21 for 32. That's better. Much better. This guy had a really good game. He threw an interception, though. 2 drops, 1 drops, 1 drop, 3. So let me try something real quick. Let me get out of this and let me go to the code here. And I'm going to stop this. I'm going to run something really quick and then we can get off. Let's take off what I did for the speed because I don't like that. Let's kill that for now. And then, oh yeah, I wanted to do the rattled. Whoops. What are the things I wanted to do, guys? Rattled. What else was there? I had a few things I wanted to do. Do we want to keep it as rattled? Why did they call timeout down 20 with 20 seconds left in the game? I don't know, because they're still going to want to do it. So let's do font color here. Let's make it the yellow at the very least. And then oh yeah, I want to do the drop pass. I want to fix that part too. Hold on, I'm just trying to look at the I want to look to see how you play the sound on here. How are they doing it here? Ah, they're doing it here. I got it. So match, drop, pass. This is where they do it. So yeah. So let's see. Yeah. I have to add it here. So if stat holotype equals, then we're going to play that. I don't even know if it does anything right now. Is it playing any other sound? This is the fun part of of the stream, right? I don't think it does. I think it just, so we'll do that. We'll do that, and then that should change the rattled. And then on here, if ball was not deflected, I think that's what we need to do. If I mean, this shouldn't be the case, but we will do it anyways. So the ball wasn't already dropped or deflected. Then we add the drop stat there to the player. If I do sound, yeah. And then I'm going to want to do something about the that wrestling glitch when they interact and they hit helmets. Did I have anything else I had to do? Oh yeah, you guys wanted to see the formations. I'll do that later. I'll put that on later. So I'll end the stream here though, guys, because I need to get off. But we'll try to do something later. Maybe I'll jump on later and do some more testing with you guys. And because I do want to see these games, and we'll come back because I got to get off. So thanks for coming through, guys. We'll catch you guys in a few on a new stream. So just keep an eye out. I'll put a tweet out, and you guys will see it whenever it comes out again. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.